Welcome everyone. In today's video, I had to drop what I was doing to make this because it just popped in my head, and yet again, it's another tweaker story. So I was thinking to myself, why not just keep this momentum going while it's fresh on my mind? Hey, I don't know what it was with my early 20s and my encounters with people who are just too faded for their own good. And I'm sure there are a few y'all out there that have had to deal with somebody in a similar state of mind, so at least I got a story out of it. But without further ado, let's set the scene. This was back in 2010, 2011, and on this morning I happened to wake up at like 7 a.m., which really wasn't common, but I was really excited to get a early smoke session and, ease into the day with some Black Ops 1 zombies. Before I get started, I decided to get some coffee brewed, just get in the right state of mind. As I'm doing this, I heard one of my roommates, Gil, walk out of his bedroom. Gil lets me know his professor was sick and canceled his only class today that was at 8 a.m. And I'm telling him, yo, dude, I woke up early for absolutely no reason. I got this coffee going and I'm about to hit the GB. And, I was going to dig into some Black Ops Zombies. You game, man? And then Gil's looking at me like, dude, you even got to ask? Absolutely. We both take some good rips out of the old GB. And after taking some good lung crushers, he offers me a cig. And we take a quick step outside before getting started. And I could already tell this was revving up to be a great day. When we stepped outside for our cigarette, I remember the morning air was crisp. It was real quiet. A little dew on the grass, a little bit of fog off in the distance. Everything was nice. It was like a happy little silent hill. So after we take in the scenery and some THC, we hop on zombies. We proceed to throw down for a few good hours, a solid game sesh. We end one of our Derise runs on Black Ops, and I'm getting ready to load us up another GB. And as I'm doing this, I hear something off in the distance outside, like almost like a rain or a big gust of wind. But then the sound like abruptly ends with a thump and like a heavy impact sound. You could almost feel it. And by this time, we've been gaming for a few hours. One of our other roommates, Al, is up and about. About 10 seconds later, Al pops his head in and he's like, yo, man, someone just ran off the road and crashed into our yard. So me and Gil are like, oh shit, dude, do they need some help? So we all run outside, and sure enough, this guy's car is stuck on our embankment. And I'll try to describe this the best I can, but you had the main road, right? And then off the road on our side was like a big dip. So I'll try to describe the embankment here. Like, it went straight down, and then it was almost like a barrier from our house to the road, like from our yard to the road. And in this embankment, I mean, it was just like tons of thorn bushes, small trees, just debris. And there was also a large wooden like electrical pole there that he had smashed into, and there was like wood chips that were kicked out from it and everything. And this guy is completely stuck. Like, he's hit the electrical pole, and he's wrapped up in vines and everything. It just, there's just no way it looks like he can get out. And when we see the guy in the car, his head's resting on the steering wheel and he looks like he's passed out. Well, Al was a medic in the army and had a first aid kit up in his bathroom. So instinctively, he just like runs up and goes up to grab the kit. So in the meantime, me and Gil are talking to him, and we're like, hey man, can you hear us? Because there's just like very little movement in the car from the guy. The driver then slowly starts to fumble around his car a little bit. And I'm like, hey man, take it easy. You look kind of rough. So I tell him, you probably shouldn't try to move your car right now, man. It's stuck pretty bad and it looks like you might be hurt. The guy didn't even have a seatbelt on, and this guy's forehead was gushing. This is when the guy in the car, like, he looks at me and his window's down, and I start to realize, oh shit, like, this guy is slumped, like, he's fucked up. This guy definitely passed out while he was driving, because dude, his eyes were cracked the fuck out. And what's really starting to happen here is this guy's starting to come to and piece together what's happened, and he's visibly starting to panic a bit. Then man, I don't know if it was his crackhead energy that decided to seize the day or his will to dodge a potential case, because he frantically starts messing with his gear shift, right? Keep in mind, his car was still on this entire time. Dude starts revving. Man, this guy keeps shifting his car back and forth from like reverse to drive. He's still redlining it. Just, and we're all like, yelling at him like, yo, man, you're stuck. Like, you're gonna fuck up your car even more, man. The smell of smoke and oil are just like getting really heavy, man. And he's still kicking at it, man. Somehow he breaks loose. He almost runs Al over. Al drops the med kit, and the tweaker almost runs it over too, like almost smashes the med kit. We see how this guy's being pretty aggressive trying to get out, so we dip and run all the way back up to the front porch. And we see this guy kind of loop around the back of our house. Now, keep in mind, we have a gravel driveway, right? And it's pretty small. We have 5 people in total living at our house, so we all try to park, like parallel style so we could easily get in and out. So there's not really a lot of room in between our house and our cars at this point. Also, keep it in mind, you can't be driving crazy speeds on gravel. You're just not going to have any control like you would on the road. And anyway, this guy comes around the back of our house to our actual driveway, and he has to be doing like 30. He's going so fast for such a small little area. It looks wild. And the guy almost sideswipes everyone's car that's there. And almost, dude, he came so close to hitting our house. And I have no idea how this guy got by the cars and the house like at this speed while on a gravel driveway nonetheless. If you were to take like your hand and flatten it out and looked at your thumb to your pinky finger, that is the space that he had left when he was passing our house. And even less on our car side. It really just reminded me of like a movie where, they dip below lasers and shit. But it was like this guy's tweaker energy versus him getting a DUI. And dude, this boy was dodging. We were all just like looking at each other in shock with max adrenaline. We all thought we were just going to lose the place we lived in our vehicles in like one fell swoop. Man, I had remembered one of our roommates had just gotten a car after going through a lot. It was like really tough for him to get another car. So man, we were just thankful nothing had happened. We just went back inside after the whole ordeal. And after the panic wore off, we started laughing about how crazy the whole situation was. To this day, I wonder what happened to that guy. We never even took the time to consider getting a license plate because we were just all caught off guard, and we were just thankful to our place didn't get smashed down and our cars totaled. But hey, if y'all enjoyed this little story time, hit that subscribe button, y'all. Drop a like and let me know if you've had some tweaker encounters. I'd love to see something. But hey, until next time, be safe out there and take it easy, gamers.